want to talk to you about something that really interests me today. Now, all of you know I do a lot of speeches. I do speeches on taking action. I do speeches on excuses. In fact, I just wrote the book on excuses. That's the title. Love the title. Covered 250 excuses. I also talk about self-discipline. You have to be willing to do the things you need to do to get to where you want to go. But a lot of times we miss something so important, and it's called faith. How many of you know how important faith is? Anybody? No? Okay. Let me give you some examples of people with lack of faith. If you go to apply for a job, and let's just go research once, more jobs are up online. You can find jobs anywhere, but more people apply to those low-priced, low-paying jobs than higher-paying jobs. Did you know that? If a company puts up a job for a janitor or a secretary or receptionist, and the company puts up a job for an assistant manager or general manager, less people will apply here than here. Why? Even if they put the figures, we're going to offer $10,000, $15,000 for this, we're going to offer $100,000 for that. Less people even try. Why? Let's think about that. Anybody have any ideas? Mike, do you have any ideas?
High risk,
High risk. Why is it high risk?
because there's a lot expected for $100,000.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think you could do it for $100,000? You don't think you could learn?
I could do it for $200,000.
You can do it for $200,000. But cleaning a toilet, that's easy. That's a piece of cake, nothing expected. So, quite possibly, what do you think, James? Is that a lack of faith in yourself, in your ability to be able to pull off the $100,000 job?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What do you think over there, Diane?
Might not feel qualified.
Might not feel qualified. You might not feel qualified. Now, all these are me statements. There might be more expected of me. I might not know how to do it. I might not be qualified. So does that have anything to do with the job? We don't know about the job. We don't know what's required. We don't know anything other than it'll pay this much. And we back down, or most people back down, because why? Fear! Bingo! Ding, 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 ding. What do we have for him, Johnny? I'm going to focus on you.
Hamburger.
Exactly. Hamburger.
80-20.
Fear! And why do we have fears? Why do we make excuses? Why do we have a lack of self-discipline? Why? Because I believe that we don't have the faith to get it done. We don't have the faith in ourselves. Here's something funny about faith. If we believe something will happen, it typically does. For instance, research studies have shown they have given people sugar pills. Anybody know what this is? A placebo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody's got a disease. I don't know the exact disease, but they give them some people, they take half the crowd and they give them this fancy medication. The other half of the crowd, they talk with their families and they give them a sugar pill. Nothing. All the people get cured. Why?
They have faith.
They had faith that it will work. They knew it would work. Here's an interesting one, and this blew me away. A disease, and I wish I had my whole notebook section with me. There was a disease discovered, and they gave these people this wonder, and they called it the wonder pill to cure it. Had a big W on it. I'm not lying. This wonder pill will cure this disease, and every single one of them got cured. Do you know what that wonder pill was? W? It was an M. It was an M&M. Candy. They turned it upside down as a wonder pill, and people got cured. They have done this over and over. They had people with bad knees that needed knee surgery. They took half the crowd, they gave them the knee surgery. They took the other half, with permission from their parents, made 3 small incisions on their knee, bandaged them up, and both sides were cured. Both sides reported having, oh, so much better knee thing. Oh, their knees working so much better. Everything's going well. Why? Because they had faith in the wonder pill. They had faith in the surgery. They had faith in the sugar pill. The people that apply for the big jobs, yeah, some of them are already qualified. Oh, I got this, no problem. But some of them, some of us that don't think they're qualified, why not try? Why not? What's stopping you? Faith, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Last night, Yvonne, does anybody know who Yvonne is?
Musterman?
Musterman.
Yes.
Last night, Yvonne Musterman showed up at Hornet's Nest. Yvonne Musterman, for those of you who don't know, had a stroke a few weeks ago. And they said, this is bad, you lost your whole right side, you're not going to walk again, you're going to be in a wheelchair. She walked in last night with just a cane. And she paid her dues for the next 6 months. Because she has faith she's going to get recovered, even though they don't believe. She has faith she's going to have a full recovery, even though the doctors aren't so optimistic. That gets to the pessimist, optimist. How many of you guys know what pessimists are? Anybody? I see
Yeah.
2 hands for the rest of you. The pessimist doesn't see the beautiful sunrise, doesn't see the beautiful stuff outside. The pessimist focuses on the spot on the window. The pessimist is the person that always tell you 5 reasons why it'll never work, which makes them really dumb. Because it's not going to work. You only need 1 reason why it's not going to work. But they're always so sure to make sure that they got their point across. They'll give you 4 other reasons why this won't work. How many of you guys have ever stepped out in a leap of faith and tried something? How many of you, when you got here, thought you could actually speak in front of a crowd?
Oh. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Anybody else think?
Terrible.
But you took a leap
Yeah.
of faith that maybe it was possible, and you all learned how to speak. How many of you go to church? I want to get religious on a second. Because in the Bible it says, call forth those things that are not as though they were. What is that? Faith. That's believing. It says in the Bible also that faith can move mountains. Now I'm going to talk about faith for a little bit. Are you timing me? Just so I don't run out?
I am.
Fantastic. People believe that Jason can stop the weather, and it's not me. Let me tell you about my faith a little bit. I have bounce houses. They go. One of my companies is bounce houses. And I have seen it over and over and over again, how the rain will not happen when I have faith it's not going to happen. For instance, I think I've said this before, we had a festival in the Boll Weevil Jamboree, Marshville, North Carolina. And 100% chance of rain, or 99 on my friend's fancy new phone. He said, it's going to rain. I said, well, we can't have rain. We need this to be a good event. It won't rain. He said, how do you know? I said, I prayed about it. I have faith it won't rain. And he said, the weather? Channel 9 says it's going to rain. And I said, no, it won't. I have faith. And then I got a little cocky with it, I guess you could say. I said, watch. Watch and see. Or whatever, it's 99. Well, I tell you what, true story, it did rain. 365 degrees around us, but not on us. That was once. This happened 12 more times. 2 months ago, I was at a church, and the church says, oh, we wanted this big bounce house, it's our big festival, and it's going to rain. And I said, no, it's not. Come on, you're a church. Pray that it's not going to rain, and then the most important part, have faith it's not gonna. Well, it's going to rain. I said, watch. If you believe, and I said it this way, there was a tree out there, I'm going to say it this way. This is electric. What is this? Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
When you have faith that it's not going to rain, like you know that this is electric, and how stupid for you to think it's something else, that's the faith I'm talking about. And I made that with the tree, and I made that with the brick. And she's like, okay, I guess. And I was seriously, have the faith. And I had to leave. I came back, and she said, Jason, it's not raining. I said, Steve, how'd you do that? I didn't do that. It's not me. It's the faith. Last night, Yvonne came, and I told her that I have faith that she can make 110% recovery. She can be better than she was before, even though the doctors don't. How many people support you like that and help boost your faith? Do you have anybody like that in your life? Does anybody? Most people don't. Matter of fact, back to the job thing. Do you know what the biggest employers in the world are? Who are the biggest employers in the world? Does anybody know? I'll give you 2. Walmart and McDonald's.
Yeah.
Walmart and McDonald's are the biggest employers in the world. The largest employer. They employ more people than anybody else. Why? When you were young, what do you want to be? What do you want to be, Vicki, when you were young?
Nurse.
A nurse. What do you want to be, Nathan?
Tennis player.
What do you want to be, Jeff, in the back?
Like an athlete or something. Yeah.
But when you were young, you could do anything. Now I'm going to be the astronaut and the president and everything else. And something over that time, from when you were young and you believed you could do everything, you had faith, man, I'm going to be the best athlete ever, to where you are now, something happened. All these negative, and you started listening and you accepted what you got handed, pretty much. You were happy for what you got handed. But someplace your faith went down. What if you could do it all over again? I mean, how many kids do you think, what do you want to be when you grow up, Johnny? I want to work for Walmart. I'm going to be the guy at the door saying, hi, welcome to Walmart. Or, would you like fries with that? How many kids, how many of you actually say, oh, that's what I want to do? None of us. But that's who employs more people. Why? Because they have faith that they can actually get that job. They have faith they can be the janitor. They don't have enough faith that they can get the big position. They don't have enough faith to say, watch, it won't rain. Have faith. That is so important. And I'm not trying to be all religious. I'd love to come to my church, but what I'm trying to get to is what you believe about yourself is typically what's going to happen. And the more faith you have, the better your odds are that something good is going to happen.